Hello everybody. It is Wednesday, July 26th, 2023. We are in St. Paul, Minnesota. Today we're gonna walk around this Highland Bridge development. It is the former Ford plant site, Ford Motor Company. We walked around here about a year ago. You can find a video there on my channel and compare that to what things are looking like today. I don't think I have been out here in the year since I walked around past. I do know that people have moved into some of these homes and apartments and the townhomes and senior living spaces. So let's take a look around. It's a gorgeous day, a little bit hot. It's about 90 degrees. I think we saw upper 90s today here in the Twin Cities. There was a chance of it hitting 100, but I don't think it quite did. And it is currently about 7 p.m. It kind of stinks. Let's get our staircase here. I think we'll explore this water feature a little bit, and then after that, check out more of the home side. I remember in the past, I've seen images of people riding canoes and kayaks in this water. I was wanting to come out here during the winter to see if people were doing any ice skating along this area. I know it has become somewhat of a popular place for people to walk around in St. Paul, so I am surprised that it's so quiet today and there's nobody out here. But I think the heat possibly could have scared people off because it was pretty warm today. So there's caution tape up there. Oh, maybe they're blocking me off from walking because of, looks like there's flooding. Me and anyone else trying to go through here. Not me specifically. Someone was saying, I think on Tuesday, that there was a lack of ducks in Loring Park. Here's a couple ducks. Maybe they left Loring Park to come up here. Yeah, everything is caution taped off. Interesting. That might be why there aren't people out here. This is the east side of the development, I believe. Still much to be done in this direction. They're starting out building up the west side along the river. First, it looks like. Well, that's unfortunate. These little swing benches. Just kind of a interesting, different type thing for people to sit on and enjoy some of the views. They don't really move too much, but a little bit. Interesting. Well, it looks like I brought you to a place that's closed. That's a little disappointing. I'm gonna go in here really quick anyway. I don't know if these squares are just like an art installation or if you're able to sit on them or what. There's the dog park to the east. This area is still open. Last year's walk, I took you for a walk all up in this area, down along those rocks. If you want to see that, yeah, go ahead and take a look at that video. I'm probably not going to go too much further up this direction because it doesn't appear like much has changed. There's a playground and volleyball courts up there. Here's the kids' playground. Nice playground, but not very shady. Could be a scorcher. I believe there's another playground up ahead though. Let's walk back up along the water feature. Constructed by Ryan, 7/21/21. A few years back. About 2 years ago, last week, this week. Lots of trees, but they're all very new plantings, so they're pretty young. You think in 10, 15 years, these will have grown out and there'll be a lot of shade in this area. I like to imagine that they'll be putting something along this side to bring more shade. But I'm not certain. We're starting to come on to some of the townhomes that they're building up. Looks like 875D has someone in it. There's a sign letting you know it's a private residence and leave the residents alone. Getting packages, people living along here. I wonder what is going on with the whole thing being blocked off at the moment. It's not just the lower levels. It's a bit odd. Is Marvella. Not sure if it's apartments or senior living or both. I know that one of the first buildings that opened in this area in the apartment style was a senior living place. Loading dock back here. Marvella, building 820 Marvella, and 825, which I do believe both of these are senior living, if I am not mistaken. Which I could be. I often am. nice for the area. About 4 stories, plenty of housing. Yeah, doing a lot with the amount of space that they have without building up too high to where people find it to be invasive and intrusive. Oh, so this is that new park that opened over here. We'll look at that in a minute. This is, I think, just the driveways. People accessing their garages. Interesting. They have the balconies, the decks, facing one another, but not facing the other side where you can see this beautiful water feature. I guess this corner here, you'll have a view of it. But for the most part, the outdoor space is over pavement. This lot is still hasn't been messed with, and you have this park that just opened up within the last week or so, from my understanding. So these ones, some of them have rooftops that they can lounge onto, getting really nice light up there. Really nice views of the sunset. Probably can't quite see the river from up there, but it's possible. Is welcome to Assembly Union Park. This is a public park to enjoy. Please use it responsibly and respectfully. Daylight to 11 p.m. There's tennis and pickleball over here. Basketball, brand new basketball court. There's the tennis net. Sure, you could see that looking straight into the sun before. And the playground, which we'll briefly show because there's children playing and don't want to be too invasive of kids. Another very nice brand new playground. Not a ton of shade, it looks like. really fun features here. I think kids will have a great time on this. We've got the younger kid area here. Probably your 3 to 5, 3 to 6. And then the bigger kid stuff. Looks like a really fun playground. I think I'm gonna have to take my kids out here soon. Let them climb around up there. Here you have more of those similar designed townhomes. Let's see how the backside looks here. Yep. Nice spots, very similar to the other ones on the other area. I assume they'll be building more on this side at some point. They're doing it in phases. I want to say it was going to be 8 to 10 years before the entire project is supposed to be completed. Might even have been longer than that. Last year, when I walked through here, I believe these 3 were the only ones that were completed, and they were the models. So letting people go in there to see what they're like and try to get them to pre-buy. There's the Welcome and Sales Center, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So they have the 3 models. You got Jetwood 4, Jetwood, Frankton, Fairwood, and Jayton. Just slightly different placements of the doors and the windows, the patios, different designs, different rooftops. The row home district. See downtown Minneapolis over here in the distance. Right, so here's 822 Marvella. Outdoor space on this level here. Quite a bit of construction that they've completed over the last year interesting to see what they do over the next year. So we've got Hillcrest Ave and Woodlawn Avenue. That's what they're calling the streets here. I'm gonna go walk down, check out the pond area, the skate park, go take a look at the bridge, see if we can get some views of the locks. This is Gateway Park. Before walking back up and looking at the Fairview building, which is a healthcare building that they opened pretty quickly right along the street there. Serviceable by the bus line and everything. What do you guys think of the Highland Bridge development, what they're building here? What do you think of the homes, the apartment building, senior living, some of these park spaces that they've put in? You think this is good use of the Ford site? I think it's gorgeous. I'm excited to see what they continue to do with it. And I think there's great things to come. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. What sort of housing you'd like to see here. What sort of developments you'd like to see in the area. What do you think would be good use of this space? This is a skate park. I think last time when I was here, there was a good amount of kids skateboarding, maybe a dozen or two. Having a good time out here. I believe that was on a weekend and it was significantly less humid. It's kind of a interesting skate park where it's set like a single run as opposed to your more traditional skate park that is round or square and you're kind of going back and forth through smaller portions. This has sort of the ski run, snowboard run feel to it. Got one guy skateboarding here. Nice bowl, draining well, no puddles in there, just what you like to see. Interesting that they have kept it graffiti free. I feel like this sort of thing in cities gets tagged up pretty quickly. So whatever measures they've taken are working, unless it's just that they're coming out and cleaning it really quickly. Right, so this bridge crosses over the Mississippi River. connecting from 46th Street in Minneapolis over to St. Paul. Walked on it here a few times before, I think in the fall. Is our gorgeous view of the one and only Mississippi River today. Got some locks, lock and dam over here. Not sure if those locks are still in use or not. I know the ones upstream in downtown Minneapolis are no longer in use. This building above the locks is the VA hospital, I think VA living as well. Waban Park, it's a great park and splash pad for kids. Maybe one of these days I'll go walk around that park, do some quick short videos of some of the nice parks in the city. I kind of like the long form videos where you get a really accurate portrayal of what going from one place to another looks like. Really a solid understanding of the space. A little bit more than I think in a short video. You see this person on the canoe there? I hope that street traffic isn't too loud for you. If you're... I don't have a microphone, so well, I guess it's a microphone within the cell phone I have here, but I don't have a specific microphone connected to myself, so I could see that video picking up that street sound a little bit loud. If that's the case, I apologize. I don't really edit these videos too much. Don't adjust the sound levels or anything. Sort of just record them, walk around, put them up on YouTube. Hopefully you enjoy them. Hopefully I look back at them another day and can have this accurate representation of life in Minnesota at the time when the video was recorded. Or in this case, not as much life in Minnesota as we are seeing somewhat of a vacant space, but the progress of something that I believe will be a staple of St. Paul in the future and could be a big part of the community. Liquor Village and Petco. Minnesota Health Fairview, dermatology components or consultants, and Reyes Radiology. I believe there's a few more tenants in this building, and as time passes, they're going to be adding more and more businesses to this area just to add to that overall walkability, livability, allowing the people who move into this Highland Bridge to not need a car if they need it, if they choose not to have one. Yeah, Minnesota Health, Fairview Clinic, Urgent Care, Rehabilitation, Fairview Pharmacy, Dermatology Consultants, Life Science Health, Radiology, Foot and Ankle Clinic. A lot of healthcare related stuff in the building on Ford Parkway. So this is the A-Line 74 over in Minneapolis. I think the 23 in St. Paul. Transit map here. We are right about here in this area. We'll connect over to the blue line, get to downtown Minneapolis. Connects over to Snelling, which can take you to downtown St. Paul. Very accessible from this station. Quick and easy. Stations are heated, emergency signal if you need something. There's that heat button. And the fun Metro Transit bus stop. You got wildlife up there. But yeah, clean, nice station. Easy to, well, not station, but stop. Easy to use. You can pay right here. Tap your Go card instead of doing it when you get on the bus. So the driver doesn't even have to look at it. And they will take you on your way from your nice living space in Highland Bridge over here in St. Paul. Well, I guess it's all in St. Paul, but you know what I mean. Now, some people on the old Twitter, or is it now known as X, Elon Musk making big changes, were a bit upset about that skyway connecting these two buildings. They felt that skyways were part of the reason that downtown Minneapolis and downtown St. Paul do not have the vibrant street life that some would hope for. There's renderings of what they would like to see this area looking like. We will see how things turn out. But yeah, so the skyway people were a little stressed about. They wanted to see people required to step outside of their homes and enjoy a bit more. So this is the side that's finished, or that's not finished, but being finished. You can see that they each do have those rooftop spaces. It looks like there's a rooftop space in every unit, which is pretty cool. And then this side looks like it Is that commercial space that it's looking like? I don't know. We'll be interested to see. I know that there is plans for some commercial space in this area. Highlandbridge.com, which I've peeked at a few times, but it's very hard to retain information sometimes. Hope you're enjoying this walk around Highland Bridge. If you enjoy walks around Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota in general, please take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment or send me an email, say hi. Always love hearing from people. The thing I love most is being corrected when I say something incorrect, so that I know in the future I don't continue leading people astray. So yeah, if take a look at the comments and see what people have corrected me on or told me what I could have improved on. We all are just trying to get a little bit better each day, a little bit more informed. And doing what we can to enjoy life. I haven't gotten any sort of notification that my phone's battery level is getting low. So I think I'll continue walking and go up to the Highland Park neighborhood. A couple blocks up here, walk around up there, look at some of the businesses, show those. We did walk by these apartments last year. I think they were opening up right around the time when I had recorded that video. This Lunds and Byerly's had just moved from the location on the corner. I think it was within a week it had either moved or was about to open. Lunds and Byerly's, for the uninitiated, is a Minnesota grocery chain. High quality grocery store. You want to probably think similar to a Whole Foods, where it's got quality ingredients and a little bit more upscale stuff. I think they have quite a few different foods that they make in-house. So if you wanted a ready-to-go meal, that's always an option, as opposed to more of your bare bones run-of-the-mill regular grocery chain, which there are plenty of out here too. The collection at Highland Bridge, the collection apartments. If you're interested in living in this building, you can Google that site and see if they can find you a spot. And if they ask who to send the commission to, tell them your friend Tim at Walking Minnesota needs that commission, so he can afford a new phone, so we can make you better videos. Lifetime Plaza. Life Cafe. So Lifetime Fitness, I assume Life Cafe is associated with Lifetime Fitness. They seem to do a lot of that, having a cafe or having trying different models and ways to get people to do more than just show up to their workout facility, work out and go home. Really trying to be a part of the lives of their users. So this corner here is where that Lunds and Byerly store used to be. Moved down to inside that building we just walked by, which I think is a much better use of space than a strip mall. Look at all these wonderful parking spots that could have housing or places for people to live, places for people to eat, things for people to do and enjoy, or they could just be parking spots. whatever. Crispin Green is a local, well, I don't believe it's local actually. I think it is a chain that does salads. They do have a few local locations, but I think, I want to say it's based out of Texas potentially. Yeah, rapidly growing company. Highland Park. Another strip mall. Chipotle, I believe a rather small, like a city Target. No, it looks like it's just a regular Target. Doesn't say city Target. Recently read this book called Paved Paradise, which I highly recommend checking out, where the writer talks about how so much of our parking, or so much of our building is done around parking. So you look at a place like this where we have the parking lot first, so as you're driving by, you know I'm gonna have a place to park. On this side, you know you're gonna have a good place to eat, get shoes, have your tax prepared, buy some jewelry. This is all for the people walking by to be easily accessible, and then the parking is in the back, which I feel makes for a much nicer environment. But I don't play in cities, so what do I know? It's the Highland Theater, which we're gonna walk over to in a minute here. What is this building? Another strip mall up here, Highland Center, all sorts of different stuff. It says Lumen Christi Catholic Community. Is that a Catholic church? Yeah, I think it's a Catholic church. Thrift shop. Turnstile. Consignment. Here at the Highland Office Center in St. Paul, and we have the Lynn Lake Center for Wellbeing. Lynn Lake obviously being at the corner of Ford Parkway and Highland. Cleveland, Ford Parkway and Cleveland. Nope, Lynn Lake is at Lyndale and Lake, hence why it's Lynn Lake. So maybe they started there at Lynn Lake, moved over here. Lots of different stuff in the strip mall here. We're gonna cross. I think I like the other side of the street a little bit more. Patina, which is like a local gift shop. Tiffany Neighborhood Lounge. And then half price books up there. Highland Grill, which I think is part of that Blue Plate restaurant group, which has a variety of restaurants throughout the cities. This is the Highland Theater. Barbie and Asteroid City. No Oppenheimer. No Barbenheimer. Centro, Everywhere Burger Bar. I think Centro is one of those concepts where they have one kitchen where they're making 2 or 3 different restaurants inside there. There's one on each street that I believe I walked into in the Eat Street video last fall. It was right when that one had opened up. Kind of becoming a popular idea now is putting 2 or 3 different restaurants inside one space so that everyone who wants different things can come and gather in this space and enjoy food in the company of friends. This building is the Finn, 725 Cleveland Avenue, St. Paul, Minnesota. This is Agriculture Kitchen. Another nice, fresh, local restaurant. Focus on quality food. A lot of great food in the Twin Cities. Salons, restaurants, laser hair removal, and then a fitness center here. Don't forget about Sakana Sushi and Asian Bistro. And that fitness center here on the corner. Really nice use of this building that is called the Finn. So you've got all sorts of different things on ground level. Sorts of different options for people. It does have parking available, but it is not at the forefront of the building. It is obviously has to be a forethought or a primary thought when building these buildings, but it is not made to be the first thing you notice, which is great. There's that Highland Theater. see vaguely the lettering up there. It says Highland, but might not be able to see it during the day. Saint City running. Real thick coffee. And here's that Highland Grill. Which I'm surprised there's no one sitting out here. She doesn't look very crowded inside either. I know their other restaurants tend to be pretty popular and pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start walking back towards Highland Bridge. Thank you for walking with me today. Thank you for watching the video and checking out Highland Bridge and Highland Park. Appreciate any thoughts, feedback, ideas. Ooh, Ikido Ramen. It's supposed to be a very good ramen spot. Worth checking out. We got milk tea. Yeah, sorry, I so easily get sidetracked and excited. I will start rambling about a thank you to everybody, but very easy for me to get more excited about seeing something, pointing out a spot that hopefully you try out someday. Pharmacy by Walgreens, dentist. Really, you just have access to everything you need within walking distance of this area. It's really nice new urban space without being too high density, where you don't want to be living amongst skyscrapers in a downtown area. You can be in a space where you're still going to have that community, still have a lot of people around, but still have that benefit of having access to everything without needing a car. If you're a biker, you can cycle around the area. I'm gonna go another block up before crossing. I think this is the end of the 23 line, the St. Paul line. No, the 23 goes all the way to Uptown Transit. And then it ends on here. Okay. Excuse me. I was looking the other day at going out to Excelsior, Minnesota, which is this nice area along the shores of Lake Minnetonka. And I was looking at directions to get there. I couldn't find any bus lines that went there. There used to be a bus line that went out there, which I believe was the 670, and it no longer is in service. You can now get the bus to, I think, Minnetonka High School, and then from there ride your bike or walk. But yeah, if anybody knows of a bus line to get out to that south shore of Lake Minnetonka, let me know. I do have a vehicle, so I'm able to get out there, but just more for interest's sake, I'll probably go out there sometime soon and make a video and talk about the same thing in that video. But yeah, if you know how to get out to the south shore of Lake Minnetonka by bus, let me know. I know there are routes going to the north shore, to Wayzata, Minnetonka Beach and all that. Gorgeous sunset today in St. Paul. The collection at Highland Bridge. Very eager to see what the future holds for this space we're looking at. Currently home to piles of wood. Very eager to see what gets put in place and what's to come. This building, it says coming soon, the Lumen. Affordable senior community, 1 and 2 bedrooms. TheLumenApartments.com. If you want to take a look at that and see what's going to be put in there. Got a rollerblader here, vibing. I wonder if that's the same rollerblader that was here earlier. Just enjoying themselves, having a wonderful evening. All right, well, this is our full loop. Walked a few miles, walked around this area, enjoyed a beautiful Wednesday night in St. Paul, Minnesota. I hope you enjoyed walking with me. I'm gonna set this down for a minute, get a nice shot. Leave it here for a second. Thank you for watching. Probably leave the video going for a minute or two here and then cut it out. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.